Just off the trail, she noticed a silhouette along the wood line.
The creature is described as having a large watermelon-shaped head, glowing orange eyes, long, thin fingers, and a hairless peach-colored body. The first sighting took place...
I don't know, that's kind of strange, guys.
Oh, hell no to that.
Werewolves, Pukwudgies, the Dover Demon, all these cryptids we've come to know and fear from Massachusetts. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Brookster Watches. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a special Thanksgiving cryptid holiday episode. That's right, Wolfpack, so grab your turkey legs, grab your mashed potatoes, grab your corn, and let's sit down and look at these 7 creepy cryptids caught on camera. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do upload these videos very often. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a walk into the forest. Welcome to a very special Thanksgiving episode. As most of us know, the very first Thanksgiving took place in Plymouth, Massachusetts in 1621. So I thought, why not show some cryptids from Massachusetts? I think that would be a really fun episode to go through. I actually found a lot of them, but we're just going to cover 7 today. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Now, this first one right here is by Cryptic Sage. It just basically goes over what cryptids are, in fact, in Massachusetts. So let's go ahead and give it a watch.
Lesser known cryptids from each state. Massachusetts. This one is bending the rules, but as soon as I read about this location, it completely took my focus. The Bridgewater Triangle is a section of land in the more southern part of the state that houses marshlands. Numerous stories and reports have come out of the triangle of people seeing all sorts of strange creatures, including Bigfoot, Thunderbirds, Pukwudgies, and plenty of ghost and UFO sightings. At the heart of the Bridgewater Triangle lies the Hockomock Swamp, a vast, primordial wetland that the Wampanoag people once called the place where spirits dwell. It was also known as a place of great spiritual significance, where the veil between the physical and the supernatural is thin. The Wampanoag people believed that the Hockomock Swamp was a gathering place for the spirits of the dead, and that those who ventured too deep into its murky depths risked encountering malevolent entities. Lesser-known cryptids from each state.
Now, that is creepy, guys. So, the very first cryptid we're going to cover is, in fact, the Dover Demon. And it's by Sinister Silhouettes.
The Dover Demon is a cryptid associated with a series of reported sightings that occurred over 2 days in Dover, Massachusetts in April 1977. The creature is described as having a large watermelon-shaped head, glowing orange eyes, long, thin fingers, and a hairless peach-colored body. The first sighting took place on April 21, 1977, when 3 teenagers reported encountering the creature while driving along Farm Street. They claimed to have seen a small, humanoid figure with glowing eyes standing near a wall. Later that same night, another teenager reported seeing a similar creature while walking home from his girlfriend's house. On the following night, April 22, 1977, a different group of teenagers reported seeing a similar creature in the same area. They described it as having a similar appearance to the creature seen the previous night. These reported sightings of the Dover Demon generated significant media attention and sparked curiosity and speculation among locals and cryptozoologists. Despite extensive searches of the area, no physical evidence of the creature was found, and no further sightings have been reported since the original incidents in 1977.
Okay, a little freaking creepy. You probably know what I'm gonna say already. It does remind me of The Rake. Just, you know, the same category, I would say. Not The Rake. Well, yeah, The Rake, actually, and The Pale Crawler. I guess would be the technical term for it. But, yeah, that's pretty darn creepy, Wolfpack. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, so this next one is by Horror Origins, and it says the Pukwudgie story from Massachusetts. So this kind of describes what a Pukwudgie is. So let's go ahead and give it a watch.
We are the most dangerous thing in Massachusetts. Yep, I'm talking about us, the Pukwudgies. We're those legendary forest spirits you've probably heard whispers about. We've been hanging around Massachusetts' woods since the Wampanoag tribes first called this place home. Sure, we can be a bit of a nuisance to humans, and once upon a time, we kinda got along. But then, things took a turn for the worse, and humans started coming after us hard. Ever since, we've had it out for humans, not holding back, and taking them out whenever we see a chance. We're all about messing with our targets, and what we do next, well, that depends on who you run into us as. If you're a hiker who's lost, we might help you find your way. Though not back to the trailhead, if you catch my drift. Out hunting, watch out for our poison arrows. And if you're a young woman, well, we've got plans that don't bear going into. Long story short, if you're wandering through Massachusetts, keep your eyes peeled and know your surroundings. Comment your name if you want to be protected. And if you have an encounter with us, get away as soon as possible because we are the most dangerous thing in Massachusetts.
Okay, now that is kind of creepy. I don't know why. Like, and why did humans start going after them? Like, what is the origin story of that? I'm going to have to look into that. Not sure, but if humans started going after them, no wonder they started attacking us. Like, what the heck? This one is actually a story about Pukwudgies, and it's by Cryptids Across Atlantis.
As they approached the swampy trail, her canine companion stopped hard in his tracks, pulling the leash tight in a refusal to go any further. Then, the lab began to let out a deep, guttural growl. Mary, startled at the dog's sudden reluctancy, began looking around to see if she could locate what had the pup spooked. Raccoons and coyotes weren't all that uncommon here, especially in this part of the park along the swampy watershed where she frequently walked. But as her eyes adjusted into the distance, she quickly realized that this wasn't an ordinary wildlife encounter. Just off the trail, she noticed a silhouette along the wood line. But as the creature turned, facing her and the growling pup, fear flooded across her. The shadowy creature stood roughly 3 feet tall and was covered in black matted fur. Its eyes seemed to glow green despite the lack of light to cause said eye shine. But that wasn't the part that freaked Mary out the most. The creepiest thing, the thing that sent Mary yanking at the dog's leash and running home in fear, was that the creature stood on 2 legs, like a human, as it watched her turn and run away. As they approached the swampy trail, her canine...
Yeah, that's pretty darn creepy. What would you do if you seen a Pukwudgie out in the woods? Let me know in the comments below. Now, this one's a little different. This one's a water cryptid, and it's by Zombie here on TikTok.
Deep in the waters off the coast of Gloucester, Massachusetts, lurks a mysterious and intriguing being, the Gloucester Sea Serpent, described as a massive serpent-like creature with a long, coiled body and dark, scaly skin. This cryptid has been sighted by fishermen and locals for centuries. Its sightings often spark awe and wonder, leaving many to speculate about its origins and purpose in the depths of the ocean, deep in the waters off the coast of Gloucester, Massachusetts.
That's crazy. It sort of reminds me of the Loch Ness Monster, except it's in the sea. So, I don't know, guys. Do you think that there's a sea serpent roaming around the shores of Massachusetts? Let me know in the comments below. This is a special story, and it actually happened last year on Thanksgiving. And it's by Odd Muckapin. I hope I'm saying that right. And it says Keats Brook Road, Thanksgiving in 2023. So let's go ahead and give it a listen.
I've lived in Leyden my whole life. I've driven Keats Brook Road thousands of times over the years. I admit it's a bit spooky, a river road through a narrow valley. But I never seen anything like what I saw on Thanksgiving this year. It was after dark, and I was driving myself and my kids home from having dinner with my brother's family in Vernon. It's a short drive, but my kids, 8 and 11, couldn't switch on the iPad fast enough. Luckily for them, they never saw what did. The road is paved with dirt and runs along a winding brook through a narrow valley. It's a beautiful spot, but the hills on either side cut off all light, and after sunset, it gets really dark down there. It snowed here the day before Thanksgiving, and there was still plenty. On the ground, the white made everything look a bit brighter. That's how I first caught a look at it. I was coming around a bend. On the left, across the brook, is a shallow cave in the hillside. I always slow down to look at it. Though it's not a true cave, it looks like a set from a horror film. Normally, it wouldn't be visible this late, but with all the snow, I could just make out the opening. I slowed down a bit, just out of habit, when suddenly a head topped up from behind the bank, leading to the water below. It was as big as a pumpkin and shaped like one. Wide and flat, the eyes were bugged out, and it had crooked teeth sticking out the front and side. My foot was still pressing the brake, so I continued to slow as this thing hoisted itself up onto the road. It wasn't huge, but it was wide, human-like. The body was covered in dark hair, but I could make out rolls of fat or skin around its waist, chest, and neck. 1, 2, 3 steps, and it was across the road. At that point, there is a sheer rock wall on the right side, with a few tree limbs reaching down. One of its arms reached up, out of the light, and up it went. By this time, I was stopped, just staring at where it disappeared into the dark. My older son realized we weren't moving and asked what was going on. His voice snapped me out of my stupor. There was a deer in the road, was all I could say. I drove the rest of the way home without looking anywhere but straight ahead. What was that thing? Anyone else see anything like that out there? I've lived in...
Wow, that's crazy. So, to me, it almost sounded like another Pukwudgie. But do you think it was something different, another kind of cryptid? Maybe the Dover Demon? Let me know in the comments below. Now, of course, Wolfpack, we gotta save the best for last, and it's gonna be a werewolf. This one is actually by Paranormal Life, and it says, is there a werewolf in Massachusetts, USA? So apparently someone had captured this on their trail cam outside their house. So let's go ahead and give it a watch. I mean, he looks like he's shape-shifting for sure. We need to zoom back in. Look at this. Okay. He looks like he's butt naked out there too, man. I don't know. That's kind of strange, guys. Excuse me. What the heck? That's just really odd that someone would just be randomly out there in the snow. Unless it is a hoax, I mean, which it could be. But, I don't know, guys. Do you think it's a real werewolf? Let me know in the comments below.
Oh, hell no to that.
Well, everyone, what did you think about those 7 creepy cryptids caught in Massachusetts? Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever seen a cryptid? Has your friend seen one? Send your encounter to me. You can email me or you can just put it in the comments below. As always, I want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel. Guys, thank you so much for what you do. You really do help this channel more than you know. And guys, make sure you check out the merch. There's always a sale going on for 20% off your entire purchase when you put in the code Wolfpack. And Wolfpack, remember, keep your head up, keep your paws up, stay strong, turn to Jesus, thank God on the daily, no matter what you're going through. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I hope everyone has a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday, and make sure to remind yourself of what you're thankful of. I know I am thankful for all of you guys, all of my subscribers, everyone who likes, shares, comments. Guys, thank you so much. And thanks so much for stopping by and giving this video a watch. I will see you in the next. Bye.